I'm not satisfied to show up here and just try to motivate you to be a better person. I believe that the love of God and the grace of the new covenant is all the motivation you need to be the very best version of yourself, regardless of when you live. I challenge myself before every message, before I dive in and start working on words that I want to convey. Before that, I always ask myself, will this message preach in 1500 AD? Can I take this message to another nation that's full of poverty and sickness and death? Can I take this to a small town in rural nowhere, Ukraine, into the middle of China? Can I preach this to the North Koreans? Can I take it at any point in U.S. history and say these words and it still ring true to that people? Or am I sometimes drawn to trying to communicate an American cultural gospel that's inaccurate and inconsistent with the pile upon pile of scriptural proof? And the answer is I must be able to preach this at any time to any people, because the gospel is not locked into a culture. It's not locked into a nation, to a community. It is a message for all people of all colors, of all races, of all ages, of all backgrounds, of all social statuses, of all gender. It's that message that must be clarified and protected. So every time you come here, every message I preach, that's my goal. I likely get a few biases pushed in occasionally, and for that I'll apologize. But my hope is to keep this centric with what Paul and Christ and Peter and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, what these people wrote to communicate to us. In this series on John, we really are emphasizing the difference between John and the other Gospels.